Hey guys, Danica Ferrante here from mybeautyscraps.com. I'm back to share another alternate card idea using the August 2016 paper pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up. You should check out my last two videos using this kit. The first kit where I did an unboxing and showed you everything we got in the kit. We created this alternate card idea. And then in my last video using this kit, we made that a little bit more summery and created this card. So if you want to see how we made those, check out my last two videos. But today I have a third alternate card idea to share with you. I'll give you a look at the finished card. This is the one I created. So we are pulling in a little bit of extra items from our stash to create these cards today, but we're using the smaller card base that we got in the kit and just cutting it in half so we can get two cards from this piece. So here's the one I already cut in half, and then we're also going to be using the little pocket piece that we got in the kit. And from my stash, I just pulled in a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock and also a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I cut this card base down a little differently. A traditional card base would be an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half and then scored in half. So the finished piece ends up measuring 5.5 by 4.25. But then our ratio for layering these pieces would be a little bit off. So my card base today actually measures 5.5 by 4 so that we can end up having an even border on all sides. So then you just subtract 1/4 inch for the Calypso Coral piece. So that's 5.25 by 3 3/4. And then we get that half piece of the note card, which is 5 by 3.5. So it all ends up layering beautiful. Math is so fun. So now let's get to crafting. We can start by stamping this piece. Now in the kit this month, we got the Early Espresso mini ink pad. I do have the full size, so just to make it easier today, I'm going to use that one. And I already have my For You stamp mounted on my clear block. This ink pad is very juicy. Let's see, and then we just want to stamp it down towards the bottom right hand corner. Perfect. And that's actually all the stamping for this card. This card is so quick and easy, you guys. So I'm going to grab my snail and start putting my layers together. And I already stamped the back of my note card using my hand stamped for you. That comes from the Better Than Email stamp set, which you can get in my online store. And the other thing that we're going to pull in from my stash is this washi tape. I think the color for this washi is actually Watermelon Wonder, but it's close enough to this Calypso Coral that it works and all matches together. So it's actually available in my online store as part of this set. This is the Affectionately Yours designer washi tape. I love all of these. This one, I don't know if you can tell on camera, is like a copper foil polka dot. Oh gosh, it's awesome. But we're just going to be using this one today. And I just kind of eyeball this part. I do like to kind of use my grid paper though to make sure it is going straight across. And how cute is this grid paper, by the way? This paper pumpkin grid paper. I'm loving it. It is new to my online store. So I just folded that over in the back, so there's no measuring for that. And then we're just going to use some snail adhesive to adhere this onto the card. And remember how I said we're going to be using one of the pockets that came in the kit? Well, this is how I used it. I punched a bunch of stuff out of it. So I punched the heart, and this is using the Sweetheart punch. And I also punched a bunch of little butterflies. So I used both of my butterfly punches, and these are both available in my online store too. I played around with it, laying the butterflies down, and I ended up just liking the way that the heart looks better, but you could use a star, whatever punches you have. So I decided, since this is a very simple card, to pop up that heart using some Stampin' Dimensionals. And you know my philosophy with the Stampin' Dimensionals is you can never use too many, but you can definitely use too few. So I always add a lot just to make sure it doesn't get squished when it goes through the mail. Of course, if you're giving your cards away in person, you don't need to be so worried about it. So I'm just kind of centering it there on that washi. And then we also got, oops, mine's all tangled up, but this little baker's twine in Early Espresso in the kit. So I saved you the pain of watching me tie this little tiny bow. But I tied this little bow. And then I'm just going to use some glue, liquid glue, to adhere it so I don't have to mess with little glue dots. And that'll give it a nice strong hold. Just have to have the patience to let it dry. It also dries clear, so don't worry if you put a little too much on there. And that is super cute, but I wanted to add just a little bit more sparkle, so I grabbed my Jewel Basic Rhinestone sheet, and I like to use my scissors to kind of pick them up and place them, but I just placed 3 around somewhat randomly. I always like to add things in 3s. It's visually more pleasing, and if you kind of arrange them in a bit of a triangle, it leads your eye around. There's a little design principle for you. Oops. I'm just going to add the other one right up there. And that's it. I promised you quick and easy, and how quick and easy was that? And it's really cute. And I love having cards like this on hand that have a sort of generic sentiment or greeting on there, so that you can use this for anything. You can use this for a birthday, for a shower, for a graduation, anytime you're giving it to somebody, it's for you. And it's just very cute and neutral. So thanks so much for checking out my video today. I hope you enjoyed this other fun idea, another way to use your paper pumpkin kit. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber yet, you totally should be. There's a link in the description box below where you can sign up for Paper Pumpkin, choosing me as your demonstrator. I would really appreciate it. And there's also a link down below to contact me if you have any questions, or if you missed out on this kit. I do have a few extras, so if you want to contact me down below, I'd be happy to send one out to you. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.